The advantage, and let me speak for us on ways that we can help you. And let's start with, and I know you're improving and you intend to do even better, but if your revenues received are from the fare box, and that's 15%, that means there's 85% that's going to be subsidized somewhere. And sales tax is certainly prominent there, which is competing with education, environment, water. You know, how many people want that 1/8? I mean, it'd take the Alamo Dome to hold all the different groups that want that 1/8%. And then you've got the state in this mix too. The thing we have at the RMA, and we talked about this 2 years ago, and it's interesting. You've not been here 2 years. You've not been here 2 years, and I view that as good. I think that's great. I don't see any baggage on you gentlemen. I think a fresh start is a good thing. And the reason for that is we have powers that can be helpful to you. We talked about that 2 years ago. We have, at this time, under state law, right of first refusal on these corridors that we're all putting on our maps. Our maps and your maps are the same. Our corridors and your corridors are pretty much the same. The state law gives us the right of first refusal on those corridors for major improvements in the future. And Bob Thompson is not fatigued, he's infatigable. You can't tire Bob. But every time we talk about one of these corridors, he talks about the right-of-way potential and capacity, if not initially, at least in the future, of having the ability of transit on these corridors. And so it's already a part of our plan. I think that's one of our pillars in our long-range planning. It's there. So we have you in mind. We think about you. If anyone were to take us out of the picture, if anyone 2 years ago, like Tuggy, wanted to take us out of the picture, you lose right of first refusal, and your new partners, the Texas Department of Transportation, and their commission doesn't meet in this room, it meets in Austin. And their commissioners or commissioner, whatever the state does, you, as I won't do my Buda bit, but you park your car in Buda and you crawl in and then beg them for money. And you're competing against Dallas, Houston, Austin, Fort Worth, the Valley, everybody else for money. We have the potential, as we look not next year, not to the bus rapid transit on Fredericksburg Road, but these corridors 20, 30, 40 years from now, if we're ever going to have a way to have transit on those, and we're going to place our future on 1/8 sales tax, it's going to be thin. What a mobility authority has, and we studied it 2 months ago where we looked at what the other RMAs are doing. They produce cash. They produce cash, and in Austin they produce cash beyond what their project they just built and opened, which then they leverage to do other projects. Some that are streets and highways, but some they can subsidize that 85% we're talking about, other forms of transportation. They can build the terminals. They can make it 281 and 1604 accommodation of any terminal you would want there. We can partner like we did on Super Street. But none of that partnering is going to happen if we're not really lined up side by side and being each other's friend in this current legislative session. And it was just one session to go that was bothersome. And I think Keith knows what I'm talking about. We need to protect our army. I know that. I know that. I know that. Well, I'm not ignorant, and I remember it. We need to protect these tools we have that raise big amounts of money, because every project you talk about, you say 4 to 5 billion?
Yes.
I mean, small change, front pocket's not going to do what you guys want to do. It will not do it. And it's got to be a sustainable source of funds that is managed and governed locally and not dependent upon the financial fate of the state of Texas or the U.S. government. We've seen that in this last legislation and the recension of funds from the federal government. We have the ability through this RMA to help you guys. And we want to do it if you want to reach the big dreams. And I'll tell you personally, I'm prepared to help you do it. The board's got to take its own actions. In terms of partnership, we've already proven we can do that, but I would encourage all to, one, in a friendly way, view us as a potential partner that can make life better for you. We're already doing it in our options. Two, in a defensive move, those people who would like to close this RMA down, those people who would like to take away our revenues, they're not just harming us, they're harming you. Because these funds can cascade from our projects to help facilitate your projects. And that's why I would hope that VIA and those on your board become our best sponsors. And anybody on this board who wants to see mass transit, if you want to see mass transit, then you better keep us healthy. And the way we get healthy is we either beg for an 8th cent, go to the state legislature, or go to the federal government, or, bless my heart, do what they're doing in the Valley, El Paso, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, and open up a toll road. So those people who are fighting toll roads as sources of revenue are going against currents that other communities have chosen to take advantage of. And they're also trying to throttle, if not kill, potential funding for mass transit projects. I can guarantee you, when we do our first corridor project, there will be right-of-way for your transit. Can I guarantee that? It'll be there. Here's planning, there's finance, there's finance. We've already got you in the plans. You know what? We need money. The difference is we're not going for 1/8 cent sales tax. Our revenue is coming from toll roads. Now, we got to pay our bondholders, we've got to pay our debt. But if we're successful like Austin was in, what, 12 months, they realize, hey, this hen's laying eggs faster than we can put them in the basket. And they open a second project. That's when you start, as a community, leveraging those funds and making things better for the entire community. So, kind of bounced off the last legislative session to the current one that we're in, to our long-range planning. I think we need to tie ourselves not only in documents of planning, but in relationships of trust, that we're good for y'all, and we're good for mass transit. And the more you help us tell people that, I think the better off we're going to be in being successful. Because if you want to meet your dreams, which you've got, that $4 to $5 billion, I would put us on your list of funding sources. Now, you're going to have to put a big asterisk behind it.
Yeah, we were.
Well, you know how many tolling projects we got going right now? Zero. You're not going to get any money off Super Street. You're not going to get any money off the direct connectors out of 1604 and 281. Because there is no money. Those are non-toll projects. But I want us to be partners. I was prepared to go further than this, Priscilla knows this 2 years ago. Until I lost confidence in the desire of others of what they would do to this organization. And once I thought they're going to challenge this organization, then it was time to protect it. Because we have value that nobody else has. We have right of first refusal. And that is tremendously valuable. So I'm really glad you're here in a positive way. You're in our plans, and we just want to be in your hearts.
We looked at the cities in Texas that are our size. How much money do you think Houston has in their coffers from their toll activities? You want to guess? Start at $1 billion and go up. Cash. And I don't know what they're doing with the toll activities. Austin has just exceeded their goals. The Valley started. Other cities in Texas, our size or smaller, are catching on real quick. Our chairman has been vocal, very vocal about saying if we want mass transit, if we want public transportation, it cannot stand on its own. You all know that. We know that. But we don't admit it in public. It just can't. It never will. So how are we going to make that work? It's not going to be from Austin, and it's not going to be from the federal government. It's going to happen inside the boundaries of Bexar County. And if we don't step up and challenge ourselves and design something that works, that we can do, that we can actually make happen, we, VIA, our city, our other entities around town, and you, on one of your slides, mentioned about 12 or 15 agencies that you have to work, kind of a complicated environment to work in, but it can be done.